Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wassalatu wassalamu ala Sayyidul Anbiya wal Mursaleen. Amma ba'd, fa'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. My dear brothers and sisters, dear children and respected elders, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today is the 10th video of the course Learn Quran with Tajweed, and we are going to learn two important rules. One is Nuun, Sakin and Tanween, and next one will be Meme, Sakin. So in this video we are going to cover Nuun, Sakin rules, and in the coming videos we will look on Meme, Sakin rules, inshallah azza wa jal. In Nuun, Sakin and Tanween there are 4 rules altogether. The first one is called Izhar, the second one is called Ikhfa, the third one is Idgham, and the fourth one is called Iqlab. Noon Sakin is the noon which has jazm or sakun sign on the top. So this is always called Noon Sakin. And Tanween is Fathatain, Kasratain and Damatain. The reason they are put together is the ending sound will always be Noon sound, like an, ban, in, bin, un, bun. So all these words which are having either Fathatain, Kasratain, Damatain, you call it do zabar, do zer, do pesh as well, or Noon Sakin, noon with the jazm sign or sakun sign, the ending sound will always be the same. That is the reason they are put together, and all these rules are for both of these signs. We are going to look on Izhar first, and you need to memorize the letters of Izhar, which are total 6 letters. Whenever you see those letters, you have to say Noon fully without ghunna. Ghunna is nasalization, where you say the sound from your nose. In the very first video, I have told you about some letters which are coming from back of your tongue, and some which are making nasal sound. The kheshum is the area behind your nose coming down to the throat. So if you produce the sound from there, that is called ghunna, or in English you say it nasalization. When Hamza, Ha, Ain, Ha, Ghain and Kha, when these 6 letters come immediately after Noon Sakin or Fathatain, Kasratain or Damatain, you have to say Noon fully. Make sure Noon sound is coming from your mouth, it's not coming from your nose. Nasalization will not be used in the case of Izhar. So Izhar letters, Hamza, Ha, Ain, Ha, Ghain and Kha. So these 6 letters you have to memorize, and when you recite Quran, inshallah, you have to look very carefully. Whenever these 6 letters come right after the Noon Sakin or Tanween, whenever I say Tanween, remember these 3 signs I'm talking about, the Fathatain, Kasratain and Damatain. So whenever they come right after the Noon Sakin or Tanween, these 6 letters, any one of these letters, you have to say Noon fully. The next rule is Ikhfa. There are total 15 letters of Ikhfa. Again, you have to memorize these letters. There will be a chance of mistake if you don't know these letters. So in some places you will be doing ghunna where you're not supposed to, and in some places you will not be doing ghunna where you are supposed to do it. So make sure these 2 categories, where the first one has 6 letters and the Ikhfa has 15 letters, you have to memorize these letters off by heart to make sure your recitation is without any mistake. So these Ikhfa letters, whenever you see any of these 15 letters, Ta, Tha, Jim, Dal, Zal, Za, Sin, Shin, Sod, Dod, Ta, Wa, Fa and Qaf. Whenever these 15 letters come right after the Noon Sakin or Tanween, you have to do nasalization. Means you have to say Noon sound from your nose. I will show in the examples how the nasal sound works and how you have to say Noon fully in case of Izhar letters. In this lesson, if you see, this Noon has Sakun on the top, this is Noon Sakin, and right after Noon Sakin you have there's Hamza here. So in this case you have to say Min Ajalin. Min, you have to say noon fully. Min ajalin. That's how you have to read. In the next noon sakin, if you see right after noon sakin, there's a ha. I gave you 6 letters: hamza, ha, ain, ha, ghain, and kha. So in the first 6 words here in this exercise, all the 6 letters of izhar are covered. So here it has to be min ha din. Right after noon sakin, if you see, there is ha, which is the letter of izhar. So you have to say noon fully. Min alaqin. After noon sakin, there is a ain, so you have to say min alaqin. So min has to be min. Min hakimin. Again, noon sakin, there's a ha after, and ha is the letter of izhar, so you have to say min hakimin. This one is noon sakin has ghain after. So ghain is right after the noon sakin. So ghain is the letter of izhar, and here is kha is the letter of izhar. So you have to read like min ghafurin. I stretched fu because fa has vaw mad after, so you have to make this long as well. Min ghafurin. Next is min khawfin. If you see vaw here has zabar before or fatha before, that is vaw lean. In the case of lean letters, we do not stretch the letter. Min min khawfin. So this vaw is lean letter, vaw lean. So you have to say min khawfin. So hamza, ha, ain, ha, ghain, kha. So in the first 6 words, I have given you 6 examples which are for izhar. So you have to say noon full mouth. You have to say noon fully. There will not be any nasalization. If you see from here, after noon sakin there is letter ta. After noon sakin there is letter tha. Here after noon sakin there is letter jim. And if you remember, ta, tha, jim, dal, zal, za, sin, shin, sod, dod, all these letters, they're total 15 letters of ikhfa, which I have just shown you in 2-3 minutes ago. So you need to remember those letters. Whenever they come right after noon sakin or tanween, you have to do nasal sound. You have to do gunna. Gunna is when you take the noon sound in your nose, when you say noon from your nose. And gunna will be a bit longer, like let's say like a second or two. So you have to keep sound of noon in your nose, and then you have to pronounce. For example, here is faman tabi'a. Faman. I'm not saying faman. I'm saying faman. I'm just saying that noon from my nose. That is called ghunna or nasalization. If I say faman tabi'a, that is against the rule of ikhfa. Ikhfa means to hide the sound of noon in your nose. So if you don't hide the sound in your nose, you're not performing ikhfa rule properly, and that will be wrong in terms of recitation of the Quran. فَمَن تَبِعَ مِن ثَمَرَةٍ. I'm not saying min thamaratin, I'm saying min thamaratin. Here, after noon sakin, there's letter jim. Again, that is the letter of izhar, ikhfa. So you have to hide noon in your nose. Min ju'in. Min ju'in. So this in at the end has tanween. So you have to say in. You can't say in, you have to say in. But the first noon, which has jim after, you have to do gunna here. Min ju'in. This noon sakin has dal after. Dal is a letter of ikhfa. So you have to say like min dunikum. Min dunikum. So you have to do gunna a bit longer, but make sure it is coming from your nose. Here, min zahabin. Min zahabin. Because zal is the letter of is ikhfa. So this afternoon sakin here is the letter za, that is again the letter of ikhfa. So you have to say فَإِن زَلَلْتُمْ. فَإِن زَلَلْتُمْ. You can't say فَإِن زَلَلْتُمْ. You can't say noon fully. Next letter of ikhfa, sin. You have to say man safiha, man shakara, min solin. So you have to practice all of them like that. Here is the example of tanween. You see meme has fatatain on the top, which is do zabar, and right after fatatain you have got ghain. If you remember, Hamza, Ha, Ain, Ha, Ghain, Kha. Ghain is the letter of Izhar. So you have to here, you have to do, you have to say Noon full mouth. You have to say Qawman. You cannot say Qawman. No, that is not allowed because that is Ghunna, and Ghunna is not allowed in case of Ghain. Qawman Ghayrakum. After here, Tanween, letter Sod. Sod is the letter of Ikhfa. So what you need to do here, you have to say Amalan Salihan. I said amalan. I'm not saying amalan. I'm saying lan, saying from my nose. That is gunna, which is must here because next letter is letter of ikhfa. Amalan salihan. So you have to practice all of these words which are having the tanween, and right after you need to check which letter is coming. If it is letter of izhar, you have to say noon fully. If it is the letter of ikhfa, for example here karimin or katibina, here you have to say noon with ghunna. So my brothers and sisters, I have explained to you how the Noon, Sakin and Tanween two rules, Izhar and Ikhfa, work. I will urge you to memorize first all these letters, 6 letters of Izhar and 15 letters of Ikhfa, and the exercise which I've shown you, just pause the video, you can zoom in, and whichever words I have shown you, just practice accordingly. If you see letters of izhar after noon, sakin or tanween, you don't do ghunna, say noon fully. And if you see the letters after noon, sakin or tanween, the letters of ikhfa, you say noon from your nose, which is called ghunna or nasalization. Next two rules will be based upon again these. You have to make sure you are fully fully aware of these two rules to understand the next two rules. Please keep your prayers regular. Recite Quran every single day and send salawat upon Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam regularly. See you in the next video. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.